Too close for closure.
Too close for closure. That is Mr. Brett Westgrove here on Z100's Radio Roadhouse and joining us in studio. How is it that you get known as the redneck rocket surgeon? He's right here in studio, the one and only Brett Westgrove. What a title, man.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I mean, it's one of a few that we end up with, that and the Space Cowboy, but I mean, you know, it's the background. It's the NASA thing, the aerospace engineering. I used to be smart, and so...
you dumbed it down? And
yeah.
Is that what it was?
I don't know if it was intentional, but, you know, you get to Nashville and you start playing the bars and you start having a couple drinks, and next thing you know, it's... it's just what happens.
Well, man, number one, welcome to Southern Illinois.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Making the trip up from the Nashville. And, and been hanging out down there and doing your thing.
Yep, doing the thing, writing songs and producing new music. And, yeah, it's been good.
I like the song, Too Close for Closure.
Thank you.
How'd you come up with that?
You know, me and my co-writer, Jody, we just kind of sat around and we were talking about common things. You know, that everyone kind of experiences, and one of them was just everyone seems to have this story of getting involved with someone and it needs to end, but you just can't seem to keep your hands off of them, keep away from them, anything, and so you just keep falling back into it, and so you're just always, because they're always around, you're just always too close to get that closure. So
no, that makes sense.
How was that?
It's a good tune though.
Yeah, thank you.
Sounds really good. Let's do back up a little bit and introduce you to the Z100 listeners. I mean, your background is literally rocket science.
Yeah, a lot of people don't believe me when I tell. Actually, Jody, so she's one of my great friends. We write a ton of stuff together, and when I first told her that, she didn't believe me, and she was posting it on her story because we were on our way to a writer's retreat out in the mountains somewhere or something, but she posted to her story, and my mom had to comment on it and be like, by the way, he's actually a rocket scientist, like here's his diplomas. It's crazy. Because people think I'm nuts that I go from that to flying a NASA spacecraft to, you know, touring around and singing in bars.
You got to carry your credentials with you just to...
Yeah.
So did you work at NASA?
So we were a subcontracted company to command spacecraft. So a lot of science stuff. We would do the commanding, planning of the operations, a lot of data downlink and analysis to make sure the spacecrafts are healthy. So a lot of stuff, a lot of math.
We got to get you to SpaceX with Elon. Maybe you could get Elon to come here.
Yeah, 100%. That's what we need to do. I've been telling people for a while that I want to play the first off-planet concert. And so obviously, like, he's the guy, you know, like he can load me and a band up on a rocket and we'll go up there, you know, Moon, Mars, whatever.
What would be the first song you would play on another planet?
Oh my gosh, that is a question I never ever expected. I don't know.
I never would have dreamed of asking anybody that.
Some twist on Third Rock from the Sun, maybe. I don't know.
Great choice. Great, a message from the big head.
Yeah.
You know, that would be, that you have to think
Gotta think about that.
Put together a set list.
Yeah.
You know, Howl at the Moon.
Yeah.
We'd have to.
Yeah, there's some good ones, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can come up with something there. So what the transition that you made, I mean, my gosh, I can't imagine the decision point of like, all right, music is really where I want to go, but look at this gig. Look what I do. How do you make that decision?
Looking back now, I mean, I feel like it was obviously just divinely inspired. Just God led me back to music because I'd been doing music all my life. But, I mean, yeah, it was crazy. Some people thought I was crazy. I mean, I literally went from that job to, like, I lived in my car out, you know, in Nashville. So it was like a very, very big change. But something was telling me, I had a couple people in my life who were very influential, and they just said, you need to do this. You need to get out to Nashville. And I went with it. So I just listened.
What was your favorite parking spot in the car? Was there a good place?
Favorite?
There's other places you don't want to park. I know that.
My favorite story is I was parked at the Walmart in Antioch, and I had a cop knock on the window, and he's like, "Hey, are you living out here?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, you know." And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine, no big deal, but like, what was it? Like 3 or 4 cars were just broken into, and someone was stabbed." and like you probably don't want to be here in this neighborhood. Like, go find somewhere else. And so yeah, I went and found somewhere else.
What was your first job in Nashville?
First job, so when I moved to Nashville, I actually went back to sort of the previous job I had right before the space stuff, which was actually audio production. So at that time, we were making a bunch of stuff for film and television. So I had just previously made a bunch of music for like Miss Universe. And so I went back to that because I could do it literally in my car and upload it at Starbucks. So that was first. Then I went into Lyft. Drove a lot of Lyft, a lot of weekends downtown. Terrible.
That's
a lot
awesome.
of drunk people.
So, when you get there, do you already have contacts that you need to talk with, or did you have to kind of work the? Because in Nashville, there's one thing about Nashville, it's hard to just blow in there.
Yeah.
Not knowing anybody, because Nashville is all about contacts.
It
And
is.
your contact getting to
Probably
another
bigger
contact,
than anything.
It's the referrals.
Yeah, no, I had never even been to the South. So I didn't know a single person. The first time I was in the South anywhere remotely was the day I rolled in. So I guess to answer your question, no, I was terribly unprepared. But like I said, I was following the path, and I just showed up and started connecting with people, and it worked, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Very hard. I remember I rolled into town, and I got there kind of late. The first thing I did is I figured out where Lower Broadway was, and I drove down there, and I walked up and down. And for the first hour, I was just aimlessly wandering around Broadway thinking, what have I done? Because things have, well, I won't say that, but there was a lot of talent down there. And, like, it's intimidating when you first show up. But you just dive in, you start meeting people, you start hanging out until someone gives you a chance to get up on stage, sit with the band, and just let it go from there.
It really, and that's, with all the Radio Roadhouse and all the different artists we have, that is one topic that just blows me away, is everybody down there is talented.
Yeah.
It's either they're great songwriters or instrumentalist, or you
It's
get those that
insane.
have been kissed with the blessing of having all of it, the voice, the musicianship, and it's an amazing place. What was your first gig that you got to play there?
So this is crazy because my actual very first paid gig down there was Bridgestone Arena. But I was playing outside on the walkway. And I was paid almost nothing. I had a little tip jug, and I was just out there. And when there'd be like, people wandering in and out of it was a basketball game, I think, and that was it. And someone there told me, go down to Legends. So I went down to Legends, and for 4 weeks in a row, I just sat there with this one guy and asked him every time, can I come play a song? Can I come play a song? Can I come play a song? And then eventually that worked, and that just spiraled into meeting other people, and
that's very cool.
just rinse and repeat.
So how long, Brett Westgrove joining us here on our Z100 Radio Roadhouse. So how long have you actually been at this, music-wise? How long has it been?
Well, music my whole life, but I mean, I guess I would consider professionally about 8 of the 9 years I've been in Nashville now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You do a lot of stuff, and I was looking at your website. You can go to brettwestgrove.com, and you can find all the information you want about Brett. And but you've been doing a lot of stuff north of here.
Yeah.
Seems like you're very popular in the Wisconsin. They love him. Brett Westgrove.
Wisconsin is great. Iowa, a lot of that Midwest stuff. I mean, I'm from Wisconsin, so people kind of, even without me telling them, I think they just kind of pick up on it. So it's not that we do poorly anywhere. Actually, we were just down in Alabama and Georgia meeting people and doing some other radio stuff, and that was great. But especially Wisconsin, they really show up. Everyone but my home city, my hometown.
So I guess you're not a Bears fan then.
Nope, not a Bears fan. Sorry.
Gonna have to throw you out here.
I know.
But so you've got Too Close for Closure. Talk about your social media. I mean, your social media is a blast.
Oh,
I love it.
I'm glad you like it.
You got the bus here, got your trailer, and you just got the bus wrapped.
Yeah.
I mean, just recently.
That was a whole crazy thing. It's a big job.
It's a big job.
We went with some guys. They'd only wrapped one bus before, wrapped GFX, but they were awesome, and they worked with us and kicked butt. And, yeah, we came up with something that we love. So we're going to hang around town, too. So if you guys see us out, snap a photo and post it up and tag me. Maybe we'll send you something.
There you go. That'd be cool.
Special in the mail. Or
So what do you got? What's going on music-wise? I mean, what you working on?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because this is the first radio single for me, and I didn't know what the process was going to be like and what the expected lifespan would be, but it's really doing well, and it's been holding on a lot longer than we expected. So we've put the next song on hold, but there's another song that we're releasing probably very soon. Also one that I wrote with Jody Good and our friend Sean Ward, and it's called I Think You're Lying, and it's a departure from this one, but it's awesome, passionate. It's great. So we're super amped about that one.
That's awesome, man.
But we have so many in the chamber. I mean, we got probably 25 songs ready to be recorded and another 50 started or ready to be written, and just need to find the time.
So artists now, I mean, you kind of have the luxury of you can kind of release stuff whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the case with you as well?
Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of, I don't want to say flying by the seat of our pants, but a little bit in that we're responding to the market. So, like I said, we put this song out and it's doing so well and it's lasting so much longer than we expected. So we're just waiting. But what we're doing is we're just letting it do its thing. And then when it starts tapering off, we bring out the next one, and then we just wait until that one, and we just keep putting them out. So I think singles is the way to go, at least in my opinion, for, a emerging artist. So we're just doing it that way.
What has been the importance of social media for you?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. Because we can post up all the songs, all the followings, all the shows. We get people all the time showing up that learned about me from social media or learned about a show. So it's critical.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what's amazing? Especially now, you see people like Morgan Wallen, that he drops like 30 songs.
Oh, it's crazy.
And I mean, he did it on his last album. It was 20 plus, and we're looking at new stuff coming from him. It's going to be supposedly another 30. And it's just crazy how you can do that.
Yeah.
And
I certainly wouldn't be able to. And I think that's a very big indicator of just the level you're at. Because, most of what you hear from me is I probably did a lot of the production, the writing, the actual engineering and recording. I probably did the artwork, like everything, Wow. So, of course, as we grow, and we've been growing a lot, so I think we're going to start to see this is my frequency of songs will be able to grow as well.
Because you'll have...
Well, a lot of writers will be contributing, and I'll be able to hit up one of my 5 producers that I really trust and be like, hey, we got this song. I think it's good for you. Let me know when you got the track back and I'll come and sing it. And so I invest a few hours instead of 60 hours in a song. And you can repeat that a lot more.
So whenever, it's one thing to be able to lay down a track and, but when you actually sit down, you've got all the pieces that you need. What's the time frame on mastering that out? And I know it varies a lot. I think Too Close for Closure I worked on for almost 2 years. From the day we wrote it, I probably demoed it a couple months after that. Now, granted, it wasn't, I'm working on this every single day. It was, we kind of built up. We were looking for investors and the right connections. We were looking for a radio promoter, all these things. So it's as I was growing. But it took 2 years because I would work on it and then I'd come back to it a couple weeks later and I'd rework a bunch of details. And so for me, it can be a very big process. Another song I just released, Aloha Beach, we wrote it and to the day I released it was 3.5 years. So it just varies. Sometimes there will be a song that comes out, 2 months later. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Talk about some of the... You've played with some people.
Yeah.
I mean, who's been your favorite?
Gosh. So I think my favorite story is like a bit of an unofficial event, but I was playing Luke Bryan's and he was there hanging out. And so we had this whole ridiculous interaction because he sat and watched us for a good hour or so. And as he's doing this, his bar used to have a stage with like a little bar behind the band. And so they cordoned that off and he sat back there and watched us for like an hour and a half as the crowd out there is like building up. Took me a while to figure out what was going on. And finally he comes up and he's like, hey man, can I play your guitar and sing a couple? And I was like, yeah, of course. And, you know, he had been hanging out drinking all night behind us. So he gets up there and it was, one margarita, is that, you know? And he's playing this and he gets about halfway through the first verse. He was playing my guitar and singing, forgot all the words. So I step up and I start singing for him. So in my head, I'm like, this is kind of cool. I'm singing Luke Bryan's song and he's my guitar player. But it was just great, you know, and then he played a whole bunch of others. And then we got into this whole thing because I had a banner on stage and he's picking up the banner and he's like, who gave you permission to put this on up here? And I was like, hey, Luke, it's my stage tonight. And like, he was such a bro about it. Like just cool, you know, because we've played for a few different people that not cool at all. Very the opposite.
Very serious.
And Johnny's here. He's been at some of the festivals where that has happened, and he knows. But Luke was such a bro, like awesome dude.
Yeah,
so fun.
That's awesome. You got some stuff coming up with other people right now. I mean, for anybody? Or?
Yeah, we got one with Russell and gosh, who's playing Country Jam? I forget. Yeah, Jordan Davis. Yeah, so some really good people. And
did you get to? I know for me, it's a topic this week because I spent a big part of the weekend watching Stagecoach.
Oh, right.
And there were so many good performances.
I'm sure.
You got to get out there, dude.
Yeah, we had some talks about getting out there a couple of years ago. It kind of fell apart, but I'm definitely on a different level now, so I need to, make that connection. I'd go out there for sure.
Oh, what a crazy weekend.
Yeah.
That would be like the ultimate. I know like Little Big Town was there this year now, and they were asking an interview. They said, because they played Stagecoach like 10 years ago. They said, what's the biggest difference? They said the whole backstage area, it is so much better now, like where all the trailers are and the areas behind the stage.
Yeah, I've definitely played some that it's very questionable.
Well, it's funny that you say that. I like to do a little thing here when I get people in.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to, you don't need to state the name of the place.
Okay.
Shadiest event, shadiest gig that you've ever played.
Oh my gosh. Shadiest. If I had shady, I don't know. Aside from, and everyone's kind of heard the stories, I'm definitely not going to name any names, but down on Lower Broadway, there's just some stuff that's not super on the level and kind of weird and shady. But honestly, I think I've kind of been lucky because nothing stands out in my mind that was very clearly shady. The worst that we've had is, you pull up and it's a little muddy, or like, it's hard to get in and out, or the security is a little lax. But other than that, I don't think I've had anything too shady.
Can't remember who it was. Josh may remember, but somebody said that they played a private party at a residence, and it started off and it was nice and warm, but they had to stand on pallets. That was their stage, and then a cold front came through.
Oh, no.
And all the guests went inside the house and left the musicians outside while they were still playing, and that was kind of...
Wow.
So that was their shady story.
I will say I've played a couple cold events, and that's not fun because trying to play guitar when your fingers are frozen is...
That's true.
Difficult and painful.
Well, man, Brett Westgrove joining us here on our Z100 Radio Roadhouse. Keep it coming. I like what you're doing.
Will do.
And
thank you.
Keep us in mind. Send that stuff to us so we can make sure that we get it put on the air for you. And good luck.
Thank you.
With everything that's going on. And like we said, if people want to find out more about you, how can they follow you?
Yeah, if you look up Brett Westgrove anywhere, Google it, Instagram, you won't miss me. There's only one, so I'm lucky with that one.
And be watching for any passengers on SpaceX going to
That's
Mars.
right.
And maybe a stowaway.
Right.
See,
However we got to do it, I'm in for it. Let's go.
Whatever you got to do. Brett Westgrove, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Joining us here on Z100's Radio Roadhouse.